The IRS is going to begin laying off roughly 6,000 employees today. And I will tell you that Democrats are warning that losing such a large number of employees could disrupt the ability of Americans to easily file their taxes this year.
I am personally affected by this. I had just completed building my own killdozer, and now I have nothing to do with it. The IRS building, I guess, can stay.
It's a good start. It's a good start. Didn't they just hire 80,000 people?
Armed.
What are we waiting for?
Armed, weren't they?
Tell me you saw the ad where the guy was in the wheelchair, where they were talking about arming IRS agents, and one of them was...
Yes. Well, that was because we are diverse, okay? They needed to make sure to show full representation for any American so that when people who live in wheelchairs watch that commercial, they didn't feel sad that they were not included.
Does that mean I can claim the ramp I have to build on my taxes deductible? Is that...
Yes.
So that way they can come
get
in
in.
and shoot me. Exactly. That's a deduction now, right?
They're like, I'm going to go after him with my taxes. Darn it, thwarted by a 6-inch step. Aha!
So I love that Democrats, I want them to keep this up. Keep it up. Keep complaining and crying every time President Trump keeps his promise, which was to root out all of this, bureaucracy, all of the redundancy, all of the waste and fraud and corruption and the overpayment of taxes that's going to bullshit. Please keep crying about it. Please, because President Trump is going, oh, Joe Biden said, I think there was an 80,000, but then just recently there was another 20,000 that he was going to hire because the 80,000 weren't enough. And then they were going to have, they were going to invest all this new technology so that they could, I guess, penalize you more for not paying 40% of your income in taxes, and an $80 billion investment plan to improve tax enforcement and customer service. Yeah, I'm sure a government entity improving customer service. That's literally never happened.
From the party that said, we want to make sure these billionaires are paying their fair share,
right.
I found it to be an interesting move when they said anyone making $600. Because that to me is not a lot of money. I mean, it's a couple of nice dinners, but that's the fair share people you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You're a billionaire in Turkey if you have that, like $600.
Well, I'm moving. That settles it.
Yeah. Ethiopia. I hear $600 goes a really long way. But I mean, it's just beautiful to see, especially from the IRS. I mean, it's like, how about instead of spending the $80 billion and hiring new, 20,000 agents, whatever that calculates out to, we can just shut down the whole building and stop paying you taxes because you're stealing from me. That's theft. You're stealing from me.
No, I mean, but the argument is taxation is theft. And they've really proven it, haven't they?
Yes.
I mean, because some people come along and they'd argue, well, you've got to look after these essential things like, the military and whatever. But when it's going to drag queen shows in Ecuador and Sesame Street in Iraq, it really is stealing from us. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're breaking us. Mm-hmm. Yes. And I think that we are ramping up towards the abolishment of the IRS.
I'm okay with it.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I do. I think.
Don't you threaten me with the good. Is it hot in here or is it just me?
Well, they use this argument, right, where it's, well, who's going to build the roads? First of all, have you been on the roads? Yeah. Second of all, when North Carolina, South Carolina, and these states have these massive hurricanes come through, and they're telling them, here's $700, good luck with your life. Mm-hmm. When Hawaii has massive fires, and they give them $700 and all their property's taken. When California has fires, they lose everything, and they tell them, good luck. Mm-hmm. And you're telling me that I have to be worried about paying taxes? If we can't take care of the Americans who have paid into the system their entire lives when they need it the most, I think we should stop paying into the system.
Yeah, but Adam, have you considered that FEMA needed that money to give to illegal aliens so that they could have a place to stay since they're here illegally? Did you consider that?
I considered arresting people for aiding and abetting these illegal criminals, giving them jobs and houses. I consider that because that is a crime. These people are here as criminals and you are giving them money to stay here. You're giving them housing to stay here. That is a crime. I think you arrest a handful of American citizens that are doing this, some prominent ones, maybe the CEO of Walmart who hires these people, and maybe things start turning around. Maybe people don't just self-deport. Maybe people start saying these people shouldn't be here. It's time to go home.
Yeah.
By the way, this is what...
How about AOC? Can we put her on the list first?
Oh, yeah. But here's the thing.
Alex Stein would be very sad.
Europe, no, he would go and get like conjugal rights to go see her. I mean, he'll be okay. He'll be able to go and see his big booty Latina. But what is happening?
Hold on. They'd call her, you have a visitor. And she'd come to the... She's like, him again.
That is actually
fourth
still a
time
thing.
today.
I think it's in New York and California and one more state. I want to say it's in Northeastern New Hampshire, Vermont.
Really?
It's actually still a thing in 3 states.
That is so funny.
But what is happening right now? You know, you're seeing, just talking about what is going on here and what we're seeing that Trump is doing. This is terrifying Europe, right? It's terrifying them because everyone's looking in Europe and going, hang on a minute. I don't have to deal with this. Like Trump's getting rid of them. Why am I dealing with all these fighting age males at hotels at the end of my street so my kids can't walk down the street? And Trump's just getting rid of them. We have to remember the knock-on effect and the ripple effect around the world of what he is doing here.
Yes.
It is amazing. Like really, America is becoming the preeminent force for freedom again.
Yes.
It really, really is. And it's terrifying. That's why they're reacting so badly, because they're seeing this. I mean, and if he gets rid of the IRS, that's like a nuclear bomb going on over in Europe, because they're going to be like...
He's floated it. I mean, he's floated getting rid of the income tax.
Not the nuclear bomb?
Yeah, no, not that one. Sorry.
It was Tuesday, sorry.
Yeah. Thanks for allowing me to make that clarification. That was the one that he floated, eliminating the income tax.
Well, I've seen, so Germany doubled down. There was an interview saying that free speech and sharing memes and things, that's an arrestable offense. I think it was in Switzerland, there was a man who got, who was in a group chat, and AI decided that what he was saying was 100% offensive and racist, and now he's facing charges.
Jeez.
They are doubling down over there because they know that, again, the ripple effect, what Trump is doing here, these people want it, they miss it. They were told stories 40 years ago, this is how we used to live. They want it back.
Yeah, which just goes to show you, again, I know we got to go to break, but it just goes to show you how important, like I always knew, but I never saw firsthand how important America's stability and strong leadership is to the entire world. Like, it's been incredible to watch. If you like this clip and you want to see the full episode, click here. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, come on, you know you do. Click here.